Are we live? Are we live?
We're live, I guess.
Hi everyone. Nitoveso para veshe nikisa onto shiati ilise fasiono. Good day, good love, good light, illuminators and way showers. We welcome today our guides, our guardians of Gaia, our spirit guides, our animal spirit guides, our Native American guides, our celestial and galactic friends and families, our souls, and all of you present in this way, in this now. Thank you for being with us today. This is just another impromptu full moon reading. I'm Wendy. This is Dave. If you're new to my channel, thanks for joining us today. We are out here in the beautiful day here in, here I'm going to try to turn this just a little bit. We're out here in a beautiful day celebrating this full moon energy here in central Alabama in the United States. So, hi everybody. We are just listening to the birds, and I was guided to invite everybody to enjoy the energy of this worm full moon in Virgo. And Dave also happens to be born in the sign of Virgo. So this is his full moon. And this is your full moon. If you happen to be born under the sign of Virgo, this is your full moon of this year. And so I believe it's also a super moon. I haven't actually listened to anything on it just yet. I just wanted to hop on and say hi and bring a couple oracle decks with me and share a little light language and invite all of you to, whenever possible, to bask in the moonlight. There's so much galactic energy, there's information, there's light codes, star codes, yet we've created it all of these celestial bodies for us, by us, to give us all a broader picture and experience of all the different parts that we are. And for me, for us, let me just start. For us, last night, we ended up, we had a little fire outside. There has been a burst of energy. I have been feeling it across the world with this idea of open contact. We had a great time last night in a hangout with some wonderful people who are also excited about stargazing, who are just talking about all of these well, they're not new, but talking about all of the things that are there. We're talking about portals and vortexes and energy and astral travel and Sasquatch and meditation
and this was from a CE5 group looking to go beyond just the CE5 ideas
and to explore the more of the intricacies of different subject matters and to kind of break it out and explore it in a group. And so so we happened to be out there after that and had a beautiful dinner of homemade soup and fell asleep under the full moon. And there's something really extraordinary whenever we are able to do that. And I know that we're all in different parts of the world in different weather. And even if we can bask in the moonlight and in a window, but there's something about being outside under the full moon, and I woke up a few times just basking in the beauty of it and the energy of it, and especially because Virgo is also a very earthy energy, so feeling that beautiful grounded energy, the earth energy. And Dave also happens to be kind of an unusual, I think, a person that has 5 planets involved in Virgo. So kind of an interesting, beautiful energy also, and I told him today too for his full moon. Um, to explore and express. I hope you guys can see me. I forgot that when I go live, I don't know how well I can actually adjust the lighting, so I hope you can see us. Sorry,
Looks fine.
my nose is itchy. Oh, good. The angels must be around, so hello everyone, whenever and wherever you are watching this. um, so today, this morning, at least our time here in Central Time, it was six. The full moon was at 6:40 a.m. and we were actually up. I was up. I was up with the puppy. um, but being kind of waking up, and then Dave would wake up and feed the fire, and so if you have the opportunity, and especially here as we are enjoying the spring, the approaching spring here in the northern hemisphere, and even in the summer, even in the southern hemisphere, it's a beautiful time to well, any time is a beautiful time to be outside.
Temple beautiful.
Oh, hi,
I can't so
Temple.
long, but wanted to say hi.
Hi, girl. Actually, I saw your message this morning, and I haven't even had a chance to finish reading it or reply. And then I got this burst of energy to do this reading. So I guess we're supposed to be together this morning.
The new moon is also a gateway to allow those souls who stayed behind to protect, or who were trapped to be released. So we could send love.
Mwah. To all souls everywhere and everyone and every now. um, and so I actually got a couple of moon oracle decks, and I wanted to first um, actually start with, because it is a full moon. The Native Americans named this the worm moon, and so I was guided to pull a card from my animal spirit deck, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook.
And Alicia, we're always sending love to the whole planet, but it is always a good idea to intentionally make it a point to do so for all who needs it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And actually, we're reading a little bit about Lee Carroll and Cryon today.
Oh, that's right. We just saw that.
And we are sending our love to him as well, and his family and friends. But I wanted to mention that Cryon has talked about the idea that we send our love, and we can certainly do so to specific people, but we could send our love sort of to the planet, to the universe, and those who can receive it, who want to receive it, who are able to receive it, always receive as much as they're able. And the beauty of it is, the way the system works is it gets distributed however it gets distributed. So you could send 100% of your love, and maybe someone isn't 100% willing to receive it. They'll get as much as they could get, and because we know time doesn't really exist, they'll get whatever they can whenever they're ready, and the rest of creation gets it as well.
and the beauty of that too is that we're all connected. So no matter where we send it, to whom and when, in every now, everyone will receive absolutely, just like Dave said, absolutely everything that they need.
A message from Cryon, from Magnetic Service.
From Magnetic Service. And actually, ever since I met Dave, he was actually very connected to that energy. I've been listening to Cryon for a very long time as well. And his partner Monica put out a message today that he was going to be having our open heart surgery. So also that's why Dave mentioned it as well, to send our love and energy to Lee, and thank him for our bringing that energy to all of us. Okay. And in honor of this full moon, the worm moon, I purposely looked up the worm card in this animal spirit deck, And as I usually show at the very beginning, the inside of it, if anything is ever written, and may you always be on the inner quest. And that reminds us all that all of this is our higher selves talking to ourselves, giving us the information that is just reminding us we have the answers, and everything does lie within us and within the all, and we are all connected to all of that. And that's actually pretty. That makes me feel pretty good that all of our hearts are actually connected to each other, and that broadcast, that heart energy that we all broadcast, is very powerful when we
Okay, we're back.
are we back? Sorry about that. Yeah, we kind of lost our connection there for a minute. Sorry, everybody. um, so back to our inner quest. Oh, and the elements are in the back. So I wanted to show you that as well. So if you missed that, if I was stalled, may you always be on your inner quest. And with that,
Andrew Energy says hello.
hi everybody. I just wanted to see who's.
ANDRENERGY.
Hello and welcome, welcome to our messages today from all of our guides. And right now we're going to be celebrating the energy of the earthworm. And being that the Native Americans here named this full moon the worm moon, so I just felt inspired to grab my deck to see. And actually, I have another animal deck that I forgot to grab to look to see if there was a worm, if there was a worm card in there. Um, but this one I wanted to share with you, earthworm. And I don't know if you can see the rainbow colors in there. And of course, the earthworm is an earth energy, earth element.
Helena Skeens says hello.
Hi, Helena.
Oh.
Earthworm, shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner wisdom. So right away, this is a message for me and everyone right now. We're all feeling this energy of sharing, yet we still have these little threads of self-judgment that may be creating a reality in which we feel shy and hesitant and reluctant to share our inner vision. Yet this is a reminder to all of us to come out and share your inner vision everywhere and anywhere that you're inspired to share it. And this goes with me, for me too, even just a few minutes ago, I'm like, well, do I want to do a video right now? I have all these other things to do. But yet there was something inspiring me to share this idea of being under the moonlight. And that also opens us up to more of open contact to our inner selves, to our celestial friends, to our spirit guides. There is a reason that we created this energy. There's a reason why we created this idea of the moon and moonlight, and why we've created this as a messenger, this lunar celestial body of ours. So we're all being invited in a very powerful way right now in 2023 to come out of our literal shell. And I think of the earthworm too, shedding its skin. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. And I think that goes for a lot of us right now. So many of us are finding our true core passion, and we're shy and hesitant to go out there and share our inner vision or our knowing that we have something important to share, and that it's equally as important and necessary as everyone else's message. And not to be shy, be bold. Bashar always says that, speak up and be bold so all can hear what you have to say. And that message is true for all of us, and to shed this skin and not be afraid. And a lot of us are starting off in new endeavors. We're newbies at this. Some of us have been doing this for decades, and some of us have been doing it for days. It doesn't matter. We're all a newbie every minute of every day, of every moment, learning something new about something. Expansion and learning and sharing knowledge never changes and it never ceases. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Lost my track. Wait. Thank you.
Mastery.
Hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. And that, I think, is an extraordinary message from our earthworm. And according to this spirit guide, when this is in balance, our earthworm energy, when it's in balance, we are earnest, intelligent, and valuable. We experience our reality in that way. When it's out of balance, it's just to show us we're a little off track and to put us back in balance. And the barometer for that is we feel a little self-conscious and we feel apprehensive. And the reason for that is because of some self-judgment, some belief that says I am less important or not as important or equal in my message as everyone else. And that is a beautiful message from our earthworm. And to bring it into balance, speak up and risk embarrassment. And this is a perfect message for me too. With all of this new channeling information coming through, I am also often hesitant and shy to share my inner vision. So this is just also a message to me. And you are me, I am me. We are all each other reflecting, and we are the creators of our versions of each other, simply as messengers for each other. So,
And I'm reminded that
I'll show you guys the book.
that last sentence that you read is really the whole point of our being here and having this experience.
It is.
That we would forget who we are and learn more about ourselves from an entirely new perspective as newbies. Because, and learning more about ourselves and learning more about all that is, literally and figuratively, from a new perspective. Because that's how expansion happens. And
God, you know what? I'm sorry. I keep thinking about Alicia. I don't know if she's still out there, Temple Beautiful, but I watched your video this morning about your dilemma. And I was just thinking about that, about this being an opportunity, I guess, to be a newbie in a different way. We are here to love and support you in everything and all your endeavors, and for you to know that you already know this is a new direction for you. And I don't know, I just had to say it because I know that that's why you're here today, and so I wanted to let you know that, and to honor that and honor this process. No matter what happens, we always know that it is always to get us out of our comfort zone and to offer something new. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw that out for you. So there you go.
I happen to also know a little bit about Wix.
Yeah, so yes, if you need a little help, he's a really good programmer. And yes, thank you for I have to thank Dave even publicly for all the work and all the stuff he's been doing on my channel, on my website, Languages of Lights, just everything, and the way he's been just expanding it and allowing me to expand and putting all of our new publications that are available on Amazon. So if you're new to my channel or you haven't explored that yet, sessions and events and memberships, and we're really excited about the sacred circuitry and light code publications that we've been creating, and they're now available on Amazon. So Dave's done some really great work about linking all of that on the website, it's just been really, really amazing to me. So I wanted to thank him for all of that work and putting together all of these events and yeah, God, the World Contact Day, you guys, we'll get into that in another thing, but check out the website, World Contact Day, March 15th. Just if you can't be there, just celebrate. Open your minds, open your hearts. All of the links are everywhere. I've been sharing it. We've got some really exciting
And if
people
you're
signing up.
if you're seeing this and you can't be there, you could still register with us and say you can't come, and sort of
Kind
add
of
your intent
add your intention and your
into the
energy.
energy of it.
So yeah, it's very exciting. I mean, we've literally been spreading this all over the world to all the channelers we can think of and everybody that we can even think of that would be excited to interact. And it's all about opening contact with and celebrating the 70th anniversary of World Contact Day. So yes, we've got all the links everywhere and on all of my social media, so you can find all of the stuff on my website, is including my social media links and contact me and all of that. And if you need Dave's help with anything, so
And I guess we're supposed to say like, share, and subscribe.
like, share, so yeah. So today I wanted to start with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And I'll show you really quick the back of the cards. I'll give Dave the book. Sometimes he likes to share something out of the book or bits and pieces of it to share not only the creator of the cards and their intention and the meaning, but to expand and explore. So for all of us. So I'm thirsty too. So good day to all of you, wherever and whenever you are. And we're always excited to know where you're coming from, what part of the world. And if you're new to light language, hello, welcome.
Wendy, here is your reminder.
No, it isn't.
It's 11:11.
I did not plan this, you guys.
It's 11.
Wendy,
Ah!
here is your reminder. It's 11:11.
Okay,
Wendy,
they're going to do it
here's your
because we set it up
reminder.
twice by
It's
accident.
11:11.
Well, you guys,
Wendy, here is your reminder. It's 11:11.
it's 11:11. So wherever and whenever you are, celebrate this now. Take a moment, take a breath, and acknowledge all the beautiful things you have going right now. No matter what it is, it doesn't matter what it is, anything. Acknowledge it, appreciate it, and allow for the magic that you already contain to reveal itself to you. It's an awakening code. How many people talk about it all over the world? It's how my kind of journey started with 11:11. So we literally decided to remind ourselves every day that it's 11:11, so we can also take a moment to just breathe and appreciate, no matter how circumstances appear, to know in that moment that no matter how I'm perceiving it, my guides are here to remind me it's a moment to acknowledge and appreciate and allow for every single question you ask to the universe, to yourself, to your guides, your higher self. You already hold the answer. Already. Whether the answer comes through these cards, through anybody else. Yet once you ask, the answer's there. It's there, and it will reveal itself in whether it's in the moonlight, whether it's listening to birdsong, whether it's during work, whether it's washing dishes, whether it's scrubbing your tubs and toilets, whether it's creating things in your lab. No matter what, the answer reveals itself. And it reveals itself when? In our perfect timing. For us, by us. Because we wanted to experience physical reality in a new way than we ever have before. Number 37, fruition. And that equals 10, which equals 1. And actually, I didn't even add up the date today. So we also have the sacred circuitry on my website on the front page to tell us what the sacred circuit from Sirius is. And as I have been reminded, because there's going to be a lot of Yael presence at the World Contact Day, and Sean Swanson, the channel of Ishua of the Yael, will be coming by at I believe it's 3 p.m. East Central our time, I think it is, to share a message from the Yael. So I was reminded that the sacred circuits that I've been sharing that were brought to us through Bashar, channeled by Daryl Anka, that I've been sharing and utilizing this tool and this permission slip for, gosh, like 11 years now, actually were given to them. Sirius gave them to the Yael, and the Yael brought them to the Sasani. So, with that said, I've been immersed once again in this Yael energy as I've been sharing more and more of these symbols.
Today is 8.
Today's an 8, which is flow. So today, this card, I don't know how well you guys can see this. Fruition. There we go. Everything comes to fruition in perfect timing. And to remind ourselves that, like the cycles of the sun and the cycles of the moon, everything has to happen in its own perfect timing. Everything comes to fruition that is perfect for us, for our theme of exploration.
And what was the number?
This is 37.
37.
Which equals 1.
So I'm looking to see if there's something Wendy didn't already say.
Well, certainly, I'm sure that there's something to share there.
So it is
Sorry, guys.
interesting that this is the harvest moon, and it talks about harvest time, and I think that the timing of this and this moon, even though it may not be harvest time where we are, I think it's moving toward the time of harvesting what we've been
Yes.
sowing
Yes.
for however long it has been.
There's a
you
big
want to call
dove.
It lifetimes, you want to call it, through
Yes.
your awakening
Well,
in this
and
lifetime.
isn't that what's in some circles called the Great Awakening too? Is like the harvest.
harvesting,
And I
yes.
mean, I've never really. Oh, there's 2 of them. You guys, there's 2 doves sitting right there in the bird bath. Their call is so beautiful and warming to me. Hello, beautifuls. Thank you for visiting. I'm telling you guys, the birds just absolutely love it when we come out and do readings. They just feel they love the energy.
Mhm.
Did you want to read?
No, I think
Okay,
you said
anything?
everything.
Okay. I was going to say, was there anything to add? And I'm going to, and this one is the, did I say that?
This card also just says focus on your body.
Oh, and this Queen of the Moon Oracle, Guidance Through Lunar and Seasonal Energies by Stacy DeMarco. I just want to make sure you guys could see the deck. And the next one is, I'm going to grab just the Moonology deck, Oracle. This is by Yasmin Folan, of whom I started watching my astrology readings, funny enough, talking about the moon and Virgo and sun signs and moon signs and things. And actually, it's the sun's in Pisces, and happy birthday to all you Pisceans, including my sister, my Earth sister. Let's see what flipped out. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. And I also have a soul sister, Gemini, who I was just talking to this morning about the full moon in Virgo and the beautiful energies of it. The answers you need are coming. And actually, as I see this card right now, I feel like I'm getting this message that there is our, that is our higher self right there. We have the answers right there. Our higher self is right there, and our imagination is the conduit to our higher self as far as what excites us, what doesn't excite us. And yet there it is. I feel like the Geminis with the twins there is the idea that the twins are the connection between us and our higher mind and our heart and our higher self. The answers you need are coming. And I tell myself, I have to tell myself this all the time too, in perfect timing.
So it does talk about the worm moon in the other deck, and I just wanted to say, it's in the darkest times we find it hard to see the light, but it's actually the easiest to see the light in the darkest times.
That's very true. And I think that maybe people feel that way right now, that this is the darkest time. And yet that, I guess, if we're looking at it from that perspective, we can be very excited about the idea then that if this is the darkest time, then it is time to see our truest and brightest light and to move to that version of Earth that we prefer. And so okay, and I just pulled another one from the Queen of the Moon, number 13, which stands for transformation, will. And to remember that despite all the guidance we receive, we still have divine will. We are creator beings. We get to choose. We get to choose what bothers us, what doesn't bother us. We get to choose what we buy into, what we don't. We get to choose what beliefs, what other people's beliefs of us. We get to choose. It is our will. It is our will to take any direction we desire. That is the beauty of being a form of God. You get to pick. It's our will. You will always have free will. And this is a reminder that if we're hesitant or shy about making open contact because we think that there's some kind of energy or entity that can take us over or take us in the wrong direction, or there's nothing, absolutely, and nothing that can come uninvited unless we have on some level decided to explore that theme. And that's okay. It's a perfectly valid exploration. But we all must understand, and this is what Ascension is all about, is understanding we're creating it all. Our bodies in our consciousness, everything we create is in our consciousness, every single thing we experience is in our consciousness. We decide, and we get to choose by our will what we do and do not want to participate in. There's nothing that can take us over. There's nothing that can occupy you. There's nothing that can steal your soul. There's nothing that can trap your soul, unless that's your exploration.
Well, so it's interesting because moving towards 70 years since World Contact Day, and certainly the idea of higher consciousness has been around for millennia.
Yeah.
But the energy of our civilization is now moving more toward, it is now in the positive direction. But if you think of 40 years as a generation,
Yes,
so
right.
we've spent a generation exploring the last
Yes.
types of fear-based systems there were to experience, and now we're having the option and the choice to change those beliefs into positive love-based beliefs.
Absolutely.
So you're going to be presented with the ideas of all of those fear-based things, because now it's time for you to choose consciously that you don't want to experience that anymore, because you already have. There's no need to re-experience it again. You've already gotten everything you can from that experience. Now it's time to transmute everything into a positive way and a preferred way.
That's really funny how I just love, especially when we're in the same frequency, because the next card up, new moon in Aquarius, we are in the new age of Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. I don't know how well I'm focusing, so bring love. Bring love into the situation. And I want to say to you guys right now that that has been the Pleiadians' message for me for the last several weeks is bring love into the situation, no matter what it is. They invite us to open our heart and bring love into every situation, no matter who it is, what the circumstances, what you perceive is being done to you by another person. The essence of their message is to literally see people from a complete place of love, and we have heard this from all of the master teachers. We invite you to examine, especially in your most uncomfortable moments, the individual before you, which is simply a reflection of you. Examine the individual before you from a place of love, from down to the minutia. Take a moment, especially to someone who completely annoys and aggravates you, because simply that is a judgment against ourselves being reflected back to us, of course, all of us in every dimension. And as we assist you in guiding you to open your hearts more fully, we ask you to explore these reflections of you in a more microscopic way. Take a very close look at this individual in your mind's eye or physically, whatever the comfort level is in that now. But at every opportunity, see them as a creation, as if you would, from a neutral perspective of, as if you're looking at a sculpture, a flower, an animal. But when we look at the human, and when you're examining the minutia, look at their ears and the differences and the perfections and the uniqueness of your ears. Look at their hair. What do they see when they look in the mirror in the morning? Do they see the love in their own eyes when they look in the mirror? Do they feel loved and valued and supported? Do you? Look closely at the threads and the jewelry, the colors that they're wearing, how they express themselves. How do you express yourself? Take a close look at their hands and what those hands accomplish every day. Look at the buttons, the zippers, the fabric. What are they wearing? It's your reflection. This is your version of them. You're creating your version. Every stitch, every thread, every color is your creation. Can you see the beauty in that? if you were looking at yourself wearing those clothes, looking at that reflection in the mirror, can you see the love? Can you feel the love for that person that annoys you so much? Would you prefer them to be not in your reality? As soon as you love them, they become a part of you. And you see that they are a part of all that is, and you are a part of all that is. And they are simply your reflection. What are they showing you? What are they teaching you? Thank them. Look at their eyes and their nose and all of the parts of them that you created. How do you feel when you look at a distance? What do you see? What do you feel? And why? Why? What is the reflection to you? For they are you. Can you see and feel them as you feel the bird? Can you begin to understand them from their perspective, which is just simply another version of your perspective? As all in creation is simply a perspective. You are creating that perspective right now, every now, and every perspective is necessary. Every perspective is Source itself, God itself, creating itself, seeing itself through your eyes. When you begin to explore everything you see as your creation, even this channel, every speck of dust is for her to explore everything all of you create is simply for you to explore more and more of who you are by your response to the reflection. What is your response to the reflection? And how can you explore it from a new space and a new place of love? For that is how you change your reality. That is how you change your frequency. That is how you become in the frequency of a more consistent state of love, where more and more and more become available to you, accessible to you. But because you're realizing you're creating it all, you're creating it all. Moment by moment, you design it. You play poker in the night and you act it out in the day. You lay out the blueprint, you laugh, you party. All those reflections that you don't prefer, all those annoying things and people, you're all having a party. Right next door, you're having another party. And then you wake up and you play the game. remember the party. It's time to remember the party. Once you remember the joy, when you see the party in that person, when you see that they are your creation, your reflection, and source seeing itself through all these reflections, there's nothing outside of creation, the snow globe of creation of which you all float around, of which we all float around. There is nothing that's not within creation that is accessible. Look with love. Live from love. Explore from love. Cook and clean and be from love. It's taken a while for this channel to allow those messages to come through in this way. For she completely understands this is simply a reflection of her. We are a collective of her own consciousness playing with her, with you. Exploring all the everyday annoyances with her as she decides how she's going to respond to those reflections. And see these annoyances from a place of joy, right along with all of you. We are all creators of our own reality. And we are in great, great bliss and joy. In interacting and connecting with all of you as we, all of us, have taken this joy ride before. And we're in complete joy to ride again with you, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey! Wow, what just happened?
So you said you had a message to come through.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Now I think I need a drink of water.
Solaris Trinity. Hello, old friend.
Hi. Hi.
This
Woo.
is-
Hi, I am. Wow.
You could say, how'd I do? How'd it go?
How'd it go? I don't even.
And energy, wow, so amazing. Well, that was fun.
Wow, well, see? You just got to go with the flow, guys. Today's flow, right? 8. Number 8, right? Go with the flow. When we say what number, we mean when you add up all the numbers of the date today, what is the result?
Number 8, flow.
And we
I want to see if I could show
maybe
it.
you can show it.
Flow.
So that is the Yael symbol and Sirius sacred symbol for flow. So today, wow, let the energy flow. My heart is just pounding, you guys. I'm just like, yeah, it really is. My heart's pounding. The all I feel is this like like kind of energy ball of love. It's like, um, so yeah, that's all I could feel was talking about love. Oh, bring love into the situation. Okay. I was like, okay. Oh wow, here, I'll let you the one right under it, you guys here, I'll let Dave read
A win-win outcome is forecast.
it.
Full moon in Libra.
So if y'all have a question or something, did you put a question out to the universe of, and look, it's a full moon in the picture and balance. And it almost kind of looks a little bit like the flow symbol, a little bit. My heart is still pounding. Sorry, guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say that that was unexpected.
A win-win outcome is
but-
forecast.
But it wasn't really unexpected.
No.
Mm.
Woo!
Mhm.
But see what the moonlight and nature can do for us all. So there we have it, folks. Oh my gosh, how long have we been on? It's time to go. Wow. Well, thank you all for joining us today for this impromptu live transmission. And all of our galactic families, Pleiadians, Yael, Syrians, Lyrians, and all, there's so many, you guys, there's so much, we're so limited in our understanding right now of all of the celestial systems and that are right here with us. And I mean, there's, and all of the guides that have been through this before, who are literally holding our hands, helping us know that, we're okay. That we all came here in our own perfect timing.
Nothing is set in stone. The mutable mune.
And that's flow. And our will does create our reality. Nothing is ever set in stone because we're literally moving through billions of realities moment by moment, and nothing is ever set in stone. And that is our will. And I love, and I just kind of feel like even myself it's been weird for me to want to talk about or being like talked about in third person. Mm-hmm. So even though that might sound strange, and I've been channeling on this channel for like 8 years, but there's something a little bit different about I don't know, kind of just not being shy and hesitant about allowing the energies to even show me how what I agreed to do, and how I agreed to show up, and how I agreed to explore and expand my own and share my own process with all of you too. And that's actually one of the things I say every morning, that was brought to us through Esther Hicks, channeled through being Theo. And I say my name, I always forget when I want to repeat it to everybody else. I, Wendy, see and draw to me through divine love those beings who seek enlightenment through my process. The sharing will elevate us both now. And I say that every morning because it reminds me every morning to not hesitate to share, because there's other beings out there who are benefiting and valuing from our process, that are benefiting from our experience, that are benefiting from our sharing. So share with love, share from your hearts. Don't hesitate. If there was any time we're being called to, it's now to become willing, and intentionally willing to explore more and more of all that we are, and allow that sharing to begin anew for all of us in a new way. Okay, we'll let y'all go. Mwah. Love you guys. Ejatingi Savasomait Varu Alahina There is so much love that I feel flowing through me to all of us and all of you. It is very difficult for me to even express it. There just are no words. Okay, press that button.